This is Dan Stevens with Finwealth Builders. Today is Wednesday, April 6th, 2022, and this is stock market update for our trades of the day. Hopefully everybody had a great day today. We talked about in our video, potential for a pullback here, looking for an opportunity to buy this dip. So is the dip done? I don't know. We definitely came in to some good support areas. May have a little bit further down, but this is a good place to where the market could dip and take off from if it chooses to do so. So be careful out there until we actually get a confirmation. That's the thing, is you got to get confirmation that that the market is ready to rally from here and make our April a nice rally strong. But let's get into it. Take a look at the charts, see what they're showing us, and how to plan out for this the rest of this week. Again, everything we're sharing is we're not financial advisors. This is for our own trades. Just sharing this with you, hoping it helps you in your trading, and as well as educate you as well along the way. Look at the market. You can see Dow Jones closed down 0.42%, NASDAQ down 2.22%, and S&P 500 down 0.97%. See from the heat map, we talked about this on many videos that we had all the money flowing into the tech stocks area, and then it flows out and back into other areas. And so you can see here went into healthcare, which we'll talk about later, and then consumer health, real estate, and utilities. I look at the scanner. We didn't have anything hit 100%. ADM did still give a trade. We'll cover that one here real quick just to show you. But overall, you can see the market. As far as the market, you definitely came into support and definitely could bounce from here, but we'll see. We'll see what the price action brings tomorrow, and the VIX, because the VIX is critical to showing us how much fear is in the market. So ADN here, you can see here $2 up to almost $4, so almost 100% move all the way up to here by the time we got to 9:15 in the morning. And then it kind of pulled back, really didn't rally up again. It did stay above the 20 moving average, so we'll see if we get another trade in here again tomorrow. So watching ADN on our short list for a move, but on this alert, even if you caught it somewhere early, maybe we're flattened out here for 15 minutes, or actually this is 45 minutes, but 15-minute candles here, you still could have got almost $1 off of this. So this is TEL's been a multi-day trade. You see it had a lower high today, so just something to be aware of. If you're trading this one, to just know we got a lower high in here. So 635, 577 was this low, 635. So that gets to be a tough trade when you have this little amount of room on this run. And it kind of is below all the moving averages are going there. So this will probably come off our list, but just wanted to make sure we covered it. As far as earnings, we had Tilray and Levi. I tried to catch Levi at the end of the day, just really didn't move enough for me to bother. And Tilray, you had to catch it right on the beginning. So you can see here on Tilray on the announcement pre-market. So we were down here around $7. By the time we opened up, it was at almost at 763 and then 815. So you could have caught this. You can see this candle here, basically 750 up to almost $8. If you missed it, you had this next candle here, just under 763. Up to 813, and eventually up to 815. So really quick run. It did pull back here, and then you had another little run back up to just over $8, and then a pull back here and flatten, and now it's just a week. And so this one just wanted to cover it again. A couple of these we're not going to cover anymore going forward. Just not enough movement for what we want. So looking at Apple here. You see Apple came down here, gapped down, and then found support right off the 20 and our trend line. And it closed above it. So that's good. That's critical. That's what we want to see. So Apple did come down, gap down. It's at a great support level. As long as we don't break below, if we break below this 20 and this trend line at 171, definitely is going to be a shorting opportunity down at least to the 50. If we rally up here in the morning, maybe we go close this gap, and maybe we'll start to show signs here over the next couple of days if this is ready to run. And this was, a good place to buy the dip. If it doesn't, it might be down here at the 50. So we'll see what the market has in store for us. Netflix, you see here, it did break below our double support line here. So it closed there too. So, I'm glad it came down here and bounced off and came back up, but it did not close above. So a little bit of weakness for Netflix. So that's where I'm a little cautious, and maybe there's a little more dip to go. So just something to be aware of. But I didn't like that this didn't, bounce all the way back up. BABA, nice little tail candle here. And it did close still below all the moving averages. And outside this little channel that we had here. So gonna see if this can rally back up. Does show weakness. So, still wondering, was today enough? We'll see. And same with Nvidia. Nvidia had a nice pullback here. It missed the 200 moving average. I thought for sure it'd find support down here around this 230, this 237 area. It did not come down that far. Before bouncing up, there's a gap to fill up here. It could run, without hitting the 200, but it might be another day or two to come down here and tag some of these areas before it's ready to run. But we'll see. Tesla came down, hit the 20, and went down to tag the 20, and then came back up and ended above that 20 moving average. So Tesla, is it ready to run? It could. There is a little bit of a gap here. It didn't quite fill, so it's left open here. You see above and below. So it's kind of right in the middle. So if we break below the 20 here, around 1,000, going to be shorting this. If it gets it back above like this 1,100 area, then hopefully the bulls have kicked in for the April run. Shopify came down here, tagged right below our trend line here, or support line here, and where this candle is, and bounced off there. So that's good. It closed above. So we'll see. This it's just been a zone until Shopify either breaks down and starts closing below this candle or above the top of this candle at 780. We're just going to kind of be in this little chop mode. Facebook, you can see here, kind of broke out of this little upward wedge going on. So it did come down, didn't hit the 20. Thought for sure it'd come down here, check in at the 20 at 220 and bounce off there. Hopefully it did not. So that's why I'm wondering if we're not quite ready there. So just be aware of that. It could run without it, or it could come down and just tag it in the morning and run for the day. So just something to be aware of. Google closed here just right at our support line here, and right below the 50, the 100, and the 20. So I don't like that it's below those moving averages. It made the 20 start to curl a little bit. So that's not good. We'll see if we can get a bounce tomorrow on a rally. If not, Google could be coming down. And we got a long kind of zone to this 200, then below that. Amazon, I got this on 1 hour. I'll have to move this back to a day. You can see Amazon, when it came down here to this level here, around this 3162, it kind of just held that area. So, is that enough for it to bounce off there? Or is this going to break down here and this be basically a bear flag? It's possible it's a bear flag. So, looking for continuation play down. But, this is a good area for support if we were going to bounce and rally. But we'll see what happens. Delta Airlines, pull back here. You can see it's this little narrow channel here. It's just kind of chopping through here. Looking for, when this is ready to move. CCL, pull back as well. Started to climb and then kind of pulled back. So it's back in this little consolidation channel again. So, just kind of keep an eye on that. Fizz, kind of here consolidating as well, still below the 50. Got to really break above the 45 level here in this 46 level to rally up here. UNH, United Healthcare. So this is one of the ones that were strong. And you can see here, we got a nice little bounce off here after consolidating for about 2 weeks here. I got a nice little jump, from this level at 518 up to 533. So, it's possible, maybe go up to 540, 545 on UNH. So we'll see if that can continue to play out here. So this is RK and it's not showing. its symbol. So let's fix that here real quick. So we got our K here back here on our charts now. So so this one I'm adding back in here. This one we took off for a while, looking for a rally up here, continuation play, and RK. If we do get this April rally, RK may definitely be a strong player in that, just because it contains so many tech stocks and biotech and other stocks that more likely are going to rally with this. So looking for RK to see if it can find the support level here and bounce off and start to run with this rally. If it does, definitely I be covering this one every day. And continue to subscribe to our channel and like our videos. That way we can bring this content to you, and hopefully you'll find this helpful and educational for you as well. A lot of people say, hey, I don't know where to even begin to look for a stock or how to find a stock that I want to trade. And so hopefully this video brings some help to those that are looking for opportunities. Looking at the 10-year bonds, you can see here it continues to elevate higher. It's above just hovering right here, above this support line here. So we'll see, where this goes, if it goes up and tags the top this line or trend line, or what it decides to do. The dollar is elevating as well. This can be, lead into inflation as this continues to climb. It is also above, this new support line here. So you see that we kind of chopped for a while. Now we're elevated. The VIX pulled up. It's right below the 200, so it needs to hold right here. It needs to stop. If it does continue up, then we're going to continue seeing a pullback, especially if it gets above 25. Then if it does tomorrow, then we'll be looking at a greater pullback in the market. So just be aware of that. This VIX, especially watching this in the morning pre-market, will tell you hopefully which way the market's going. But hopefully it pulls back. If we want to start the rally, if it gets back below 20, the rally will kick in nice and strong, and we'll have a nice April rally, as typical, what we've seen in the past. Not that it's going to possibly happen this year, but typically it does. So we'll see what happens. But we're definitely watching that VIX pre-market. SPY, here's a little pullback that we talked about. So it came right down. But it stopped. I was hoping it was going to close above the 20 and the 100 to show that the bulls are still kind of in control. It closed below it, but above the 50. So we'll see if this can hold and bounce off of here. If not, if it breaks below the 50 here, we could be coming down to the 200. That means we're pulling back here, to 440. So just we'll see where it decides to go. But SPY, at least when it spiked down, it tried to at least make it back above the 20. And I was watching this towards the close and just watching to see what the market decided to do. If it stayed below, I know it's saying, hey, we still have a chance to go lower. If it was a higher, above it, then I thought, well, maybe we'll just rally tomorrow. So right now, with this little doge here, we kind of indecision here of what direction the market wants to go. And then triple Qs, again, sitting here around this whole moving averages, but it closed below all these moving averages. So it could possibly, come down further and maybe find support down here on our trend line at 340. So just watching to see what happens, watch for those fake outs in the market. But at least right now, it's showing that there's more downside on some of these. Looking at semiconductors, nice huge pullback here. So this one, pretty steep pullbacks on our major indexes here. And so this one was pretty deep. It's below all the moving averages, shows a very bearish momentum right now. So, we're sitting at 252.82. Our support levels here at 245 below that, and 237. So we'll see how far back semiconductors, but right now, it's kind of closed kind of flat. So indecision, so really, I mean, the market's kind of, telling you it can go either direction. And we did have the FOMC results today, basically, showing, that, that they have some indecisions on, starting, to clear the balance sheet, and, talking about interest rates, 50 basis points rate hike coming in. So how does the market factor that in? Might be determining which way the market goes tomorrow. So again, those meeting notes sometimes it takes a day or two to digest before it impacts the market in the direction that it wants to go. So we could have some additional pullback, possibly before we start to rally, but we'll see. Got to watch that VIX. Dow Jones, you can see here we got this wedge, and so we did hit resistance and come down. So we could come down here, down to 335.81 and to tag hopefully support here. But we could also bounce where we're at because we're right in kind of in the middle. So 342.40. If we rally back up above the moving averages tomorrow, we could kind of bounce out of this wedge. But if not, we'll probably could pull them back down to the bottom of that. IWM. We are in this wedge as well. It had resistance here, came down to the middle, hit resistance again, came down, tagged the bottom. So if we break below this bottom one, around 197, could be come down to 191. If we can get back up here, maybe we break out to the top. XLK, we got support down here at 150 area, but we're down in this wedge as well. So we'll see what happens. Gold, nice and flat. You see here, it's just kind of been building energy here. But it's right here close to the wedge, this upper channel that we're in. So if it doesn't get going here, gold may break down and come down here, test the 50 here, maybe around 1900, or even down here lower to 1874, where we have the 100 moving average. So gold's not showing strength right now. Silver, same thing. You see it's pulling down here. So if it breaks to 200 here around 24, could be coming, as low as down to 22. So there's not a lot of support down here along the way as we get below this area. So it's got to rally up here in this upward channel. Otherwise, we're pulling back. Bitcoin came down to the bottom of our support line here. So you can see here we have this channel going up here. It came out and tagged it right at the 50 and right at this line. So, if this is the downward move for Bitcoin and a downward move for the market, we could rally from here. If Bitcoin breaks below this mark and tomorrow, I'll be watching this, because if it's below 43,000, I think if this pulls down here, I think the market's going to be pulled down as well. So I'm looking at Bitcoin and the VIX as my key indicators in the morning to tell me kind of what's the overall feeling of the market. Is the market going to go down further? And we're not ready to buy that dip yet and rally, or does it bounce from here? And a Bitcoin bounce and the VIX drop and we're ready to go. So we'll see. We need a couple of days to confirm which direction we want to go. Ethereum, same exact thing. It came down, tagged at 200 and our trend line. So Ethereum's in the same boat, same area, just we're at a decision point right now. GMT, kind of flat here, consolidating, hit this at the high, pulled back, looking for continuation plates above the 10 and the 20, so that's good. Luna came up here, made new high, and then pulled back today. So as long as we keep support here, we're good at this 76 area. Start breaking below that, we may get to a shorting opportunity or close it out. This crypto, we hit a new high, we hit a upper high here, broke out of all the moving averages, and then pulled back here and kind of flattened out here. It could flatten out, but looking for a continuation play, hopefully don't back below these moving averages. If so, this is coming off the list. But this would look like it was kind of arching up, ready to hopefully break up towards highs again. So kind of monitoring this one, may come off our list if we don't get going here. So that's our cryptos, our stocks, and our levels that we're looking at. Definitely pay attention to the VIX and Bitcoin for directions and momentum on the market. If we start to rally off a couple of days of the spot we're at now, which is support, then we could start to move into a bull run. If we don't and we break down tomorrow below yesterday's close on a lot of these stocks, we have a lower to go. So just kind of the areas and the pointers to look at as far as moving forward. So definitely continue to subscribe, continue to join us during each night as we recap the market and look at what directions, and also join our Discord, a free Discord service and a free training out there as well at finwealthlive.com. So definitely take the opportunity to join us there. That way you can see what our trades are each day and see how many times we're hitting the mark. I mean, most days we're hitting, 5 out of 6 of our numbers are hitting every day, which is great. That's what we want to see. So let's make some money together. Everybody have a great night, and we'll talk tomorrow.